You see him everywhere. The guy who gives away millions of dollars. The guy who builds real-life chocolate factories. The guy who buys an entire island and fills it with 50 people competing for $500,000. His name is Jimmy Donaldson, but you know him as Mr. Beast. And if you are like most people, you have asked yourself the same question at least once. How does this guy actually make money? The obvious answer seems simple. YouTube pays him. He has 500 million subscribers. Every video gets hundreds of millions of views. The ad revenue alone must be astronomical. So the fantasy goes something like this. You start a YouTube channel, you grow it to massive scale, you collect millions in ad dollars, and you live happily ever after. Mr. Beast is living proof that the creator economy works. Here is the brutal truth. That fantasy is not just wrong. It is backwards. Mr. Beast does not make his money from YouTube. He loses money on YouTube. Tens of millions of dollars every single year. His YouTube channel is not a profit center. It is a marketing machine. A loss-leading content engine that exists to feed something much bigger. The real money, the billions, comes from what happens after you click off the video. Welcome to the economics of Mr. Beast. And welcome to the most misunderstood business model on the internet. Let us start with the numbers that everyone knows. Mr. Beast is the most subscribed individual creator on YouTube, with over 512 million subscribers on his main channel alone. Across his entire ecosystem, including Beast Philanthropy, Mr. Beast Gaming, and Beast Reacts, his global social media following exceeds 873 million. His videos regularly pull 2 to 5 billion views per month. In the last 30 days alone, his main channel generated 3.3 billion views. Total lifetime views across his channels exceed 136 billion. So how much does YouTube actually pay him? Based on current CPM estimates, his YouTube AdSense earnings are estimated at approximately $3.18 million per month. That translates to roughly $38 million per year, and about $795,000 per video. $38 million from YouTube ads. That sounds like a fortune. But here is where the illusion starts to crack. Forbes reported that Mr. Beast earned approximately $300 million between March 2025 and March 2026, making him the highest paid creator in the world. That $300 million figure includes YouTube ad revenue, but also sponsorships, merchandise, licensing deals, and his various business ventures. So YouTube ads represent roughly 10 to 15% of his total annual earnings. But even that $38 million from YouTube is not pure profit, because producing a Mr. Beast video is not cheap. In fact, it is insanely expensive. Here is the number that will shock you. In 2024, Mr. Beast's YouTube channels generated approximately $224 million in revenue. But his content production costs for that same year were approximately $344 million. That is a loss of $120 million on YouTube alone. Let that sink in. The biggest YouTuber on the planet lost over $100 million making YouTube videos in a single year. His media division, which includes his main YouTube channel, his secondary channels, and his Amazon Prime series Beast Games, generated approximately $226 million in revenue in 2024. But the production costs were so high that the entire content operation lost money. One report suggests his content business lost approximately $80 million in 2024. How does a single video cost millions of dollars? Consider his video Survive 30 Days Chained to a Stranger win $250,000. The production involves building elaborate sets, hiring crews, flying contestants to remote locations, and offering massive cash prizes. His Amazon Prime series Beast Games had a production budget of $100 million. He reportedly lost tens of millions of his own money on production overruns. Every video is a spectacle. Every video is a financial risk. And many of them, by themselves, do not make money. So why does he keep doing it? Because the video is not the product. The video is the advertisement. Here is where the business model gets interesting. Mr. Beast does not run a YouTube channel. He runs a holding company called Beast Industries, reference 16. And Beast Industries is structured like a traditional conglomerate. It has a media division that loses money. And it has a consumer products division that makes money. Lots of it. The consumer products division is anchored by Feastables, the chocolate brand he launched in January 2022. In 2024, Feastables generated approximately $250 million in sales. Reference 18, and it turned a profit of over $20 million. Reference 19. By early 2026, Feastables was tracking toward an estimated $250 million in annual revenue, with expansion into Walmart, Target, and over 30 international markets. In 2026, Beast Industries is projected to generate approximately $1.6 billion in total revenue, and Feastables is the largest growth engine. But here is the real magic. Feastables spends almost nothing on traditional marketing, because MrBeast's YouTube channel is its advertising platform. Every time he mentions Feastables in a video, sales spike instantly. Reference 23. When he launched the brand with a single YouTube video, he sold 500,000 units in the first 72 hours. The video was free to produce. The distribution was free. The audience was already there, already trusting him. In traditional consumer goods, customer acquisition costs can be enormous. Feastables' customer acquisition cost approaches zero, and the margins are significantly higher than the industry average because the marketing budget is effectively zero. So the model works like this. Lose money on YouTube videos, use those videos to drive attention to Feastables, and make up the losses, and then some, on chocolate sales. But Feastables is not the only revenue stream. There is MrBeast Lab, a toy line that generated $65 million in net revenue within its first 6 months. Reference 28. There is Lunchly, a packaged meal brand co-launched with Logan Paul and KSI in September 2024. Reference 29. There is ViewStats, a social media analytics platform for creators. There is Beast Games, the Amazon Prime reality competition series that became Amazon's most watched unscripted series ever, with 50 million viewers in its first 25 days. There are merchandise sales, licensing deals, and sponsorship agreements. And there is the MrBeast Burger licensing model. While MrBeast has publicly stated he has no control over the business and has not made any revenue from it. Reference 33. The licensing fees from the initial rollout, typically 6 to 8% of sales, generated an estimated $6 to $8 million annually in essentially passive income during its peak. Reference 34. The revenue breakdown for Beast Industries tells the full story. In 2024, Feastables contributed approximately 40% of total revenue. Merchandise and toys contributed about 35%. Advertising and brand deals contributed 15%. And YouTube ad revenue contributed only about 10%. Reference 35. YouTube is the smallest piece of the puzzle. So what is the actual bottom line for MrBeast? His estimated net worth stands at approximately $2.60 billion. Reference 36. But that number is largely paper wealth, tied to the estimated valuation of Beast Industries, which has been valued at around $5 billion. He does not have $2.6 billion in cash. In fact, he has repeatedly said that he keeps relatively little personal cash because so much gets reinvested. In a February 2025 podcast appearance, he said his available liquid cash was under $1 million, despite generating between $600 million and $700 million annually across all his ventures. His mother and the company's CFO manage the bank accounts. He has described his approach as reinvesting everything to the point of stupidity. So the owner of a $2.6 billion empire is, by his own admission, effectively cash poor. But here is the reality check. The business model works because the reinvestment cycle is self-sustaining. He spends millions on a video. The video gets billions of views. The views drive attention to Feastables and other products. The products generate hundreds of millions in revenue. The revenue gets reinvested into bigger videos. The bigger videos generate more attention, and the cycle continues. The key insight is that MrBeast did not build a creator career. He built a media company with a retail arm attached. The YouTube channel is not the business. It is the top of the funnel. It is the loss leader that makes everything else possible. Is it worth it? If you are a traditional business looking for steady profits and predictable margins, no. This model is chaotic, high risk, and requires an almost pathological willingness to lose money on content in the pursuit of long-term brand equity. But if you are Jimmy Donaldson, and you have built an audience of 500 million people who trust you implicitly, the economics become undeniable. Feastables alone is projected to generate $250 million in annual revenue. Beast Industries as a whole is projecting $1.6 billion in revenue for 2026. Reference 45. The company is raising at a $5 billion valuation. And the entire machine runs on one simple principle. Attention is a currency. And if you can convert attention into trust and trust into purchase behavior, you can build something that transcends the platform that made you famous. MrBeast is not a YouTuber who happens to sell chocolate. He is a consumer goods entrepreneur who happens to use YouTube as his primary distribution channel. The videos are not the product. The videos are the engine. And the engine runs on a fuel that most businesses would kill for. 500 million people who will buy whatever he sells. So the next time you watch a MrBeast video, do not think about the ad revenue. Think about the chocolate bar sitting on the shelf at Walmart. Think about the toy in the aisle at Target. Think about the $250 million in annual revenue that makes the whole spectacle possible. Because the real money is not in the views. The real money is in what happens after you close the tab.